The greatest story ever told. Today, we present They Did Not Receive Him, a drama based on an event described in the 9th chapter of the Gospel according to St. Luke, an event in the greatest life ever lived. Dawn, and from a hilltop in Galilee, one can see the reddish glow of the sun as it begins to rise in the east. And as one looks across the vast spaces toward the west, one feels the retreating darkness of a night that is almost over. On this hilltop in Galilee, there are two men who look neither to the east nor the west. Instead, they look down into the valley which spreads before them. And neither of the two men says, "Well, gee, there it is. Down there where the valley begins." "Yes, James. Not Galilee, but Samaria. They will not be friendly to us there." "Where we started? The Samaritans hating us, we hating them. That is the worst thing about hatred, the most dangerous thing. It goes on long after the cause of it is forgotten." "John, do you think there will be any real danger?" "I have heard stories of attacks." "Have you ever seen any of them happen?" "No, I haven't." "Well, then it's possible the stories aren't completely true. If we go down there, if we act in peaceable, friendly fashion, they can't harm us." "Perhaps not." "Why should they harm us if we give them no cause? It doesn't make sense." "James, hatred follows neither logic nor reason." "Well, if you feel that way, maybe we shouldn't go through Samaria at all." "It was the Master himself made the choice. It was his decision to journey to Jerusalem by this route instead of taking the usual way around Samaria." "And yet, John, do we have the right to call ourselves his disciples if we do not do our best to protect him?" "We'll serve him best by doing what he asks us to do. By believing him, by following his ways, even when it is difficult and dangerous." "You are right, John. We must do as we've been told." "Well, there's the village down there in the valley. Turn down and prepare a place for the Master as he instructed us. Perhaps the dangers have been exaggerated. Come, John." "Yes, James. It could be Virgin Galilee, Judea, anywhere. It just happens to be Samaria, that's all. In fact, if it weren't for a little difference in dress..." "Well, Shamar, what were you saying?" "Oh, I was talking to my brother." "Why?" "As a town sentry, it's my business to observe foreigners, strangers." "Well, then you have been observing us?" "Ever since you passed the town gate." "Well, in that case, you know we've done nothing wrong." "Now, see here. That attitude will get you into trouble around these parts." "Sentry, unless we've done something wrong, violated one of your laws or customs, you have no right to stop us." "Oh, no? You were going to say something about the way we dress. Don't you like it? Or do you think your clothes are better?" "Please, your brother was only saying there's so little difference between your people and ours. Aside from some little difference in dress, can you tell one from the other?" "We can always tell the difference." "You may think so, but it's not true." "Oh, isn't it? You know, I don't like your attitude." "Well, I'm sorry, but I've done nothing wrong." "That's not for you to judge. In fact, I think the two of you had better come along with me.
But why? You have no right to
That's
take us
one argument we can settle right now. I'll show you that I do have a right with this.
There's no need to thrust a dagger at him.
Then is the argument settled?
Of course. Entry.
Come along. Well, sir, I said to myself, these two strangers, I don't like the look of them, walking through our town, staring, criticizing us. So I said to myself...
Entry. It seems you're quite fond of talking to yourself,
Oh, sorry, sir.
Get to the point.
Yes, sir. Well, I brought the two of them here. I said, it's a matter for the town authorities, isn't it?
You did the right thing. Bring them in.
Yes, sir. You two, in here. Here they are, sir.
No, Sentry.
Yes, sir.
No. Look at you two. Sir, if I may say so. When I'm looking, I do not like to be disturbed. But see here, Phil. Yes, John. Now, where did you two come from?
Across the border.
North or south? North, of course. I want answers, not comments. We could only have come from the north. You know that. You were traveling south, then. Tell me, do you propose to settle here? No. We only sought lodging. You've already answered that when you said no. Now, then, if you weren't going to settle, did you have business here? If so, where? With whom? Yes, sir. No business. Ah, then that means you were going to Jerusalem. But, of course. Yet you didn't see fit to admit that before, did you? You didn't ask us. If you had, we wouldn't have concealed it. We have nothing to hide. I'm afraid your protestations come too late. You knew very well that's what I wanted to know. Please, sir, we came here as travelers, seeking lodging for our master. Surely that is no crime? As the elder of this town, it's my duty to prevent rather than punish wrongdoing. Anything suspicious, I investigate. Anything dangerous, I deal with. Do you think we're something to deal with? I don't know yet. Then are we free to go? An innocent man wouldn't be so anxious to get away. Sir, you've insulted and taunted us. You've treated us like criminals. And yet you have charged us with new crimes. We have a right to know if we've done anything wrong. You come over the border trespassing on our land. You come here to sneer at us and act like our betters, to make disparaging remarks about us. You hate us, don't you? We hate no one. You mean to say you come from Galilee and you do not hate Samaritans and you expect me to believe you? Sir, if you would only try to understand. We've been taught the law. All people. At least till you're safely back across your own border. You don't understand, sir. Perhaps we should have told you. We come here to secure lodging for the one we follow. We call him the Master. Master, yes, I've heard of him, but he's a Galilean. He must hate us like the rest of you do. Oh, no, sir. You don't know him if you say that. And I suppose this Master wants to come here and try to change us to his way of thinking? I couldn't think of a place that needs it more. Really? Now, may we go? Yeah. Perhaps that's what I ought to do. Let you go now. It would serve you right. What do you mean by that? You hear that noise outside my door? Haven't you been listening to it? What do you think it is? An enthusiastic crowd seeking to give you a warm welcome? John, it is a crowd. Yes, James. Right. It's an angry crowd. Hostile. And why do you think they're in front of my house? I'll tell you why. They know about you. The sentry must have told them. It doesn't take long for the word to travel when some of you Galileans are here. It doesn't take long for 2 men to become 4, and 4, 8, and 8 a mob. Just the mention of your country does that here, you know. Now, will I turn you loose? I am so anxious to go now. John, would they dare? Men in a mood dare things that none of them would ever do on their own. Mobs are like that. Yes. I know. Tell me, do you love them now? You who've been taught to love all people? Huh? Do you? You don't have to answer. A man has many tongues which speak for him. Though he's silent, he gives himself away. Look in your eyes, those beads of perspiration on your forehead and your lips. You're afraid. Yes. Yes, I am afraid. And I, too. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Well, then listen to me. I don't want my actions to be misinterpreted. I hate you as much as they do, more if that's possible. I don't like being looked down on by you Galileans or treated like an outcast. I don't like that at all. But I didn't want to see any violence, any blood spilled. So I'll make it possible for you two to get away from here. But go back across the border. Get out of this country and back into Galilee. You hear me? Yes, sir. Now, come with me. Sir, you're going to the door. Yes, I'm going to the door. They're out there threatening us. I know, but this is the only way. Come along. Yes, sir. Quiet, everyone, quiet. Quiet. Now, everyone, you listen to me.
Just tell us one thing. Do you have them in there?
All of you, listen to me.
The only thing we want to listen to is this. Do you have those two in there?
You be quiet, Jethro. I know you. You're always looking for some kind of trouble.
Tell us, are they friends of yours? Why are you shielding them?
Now, will you listen to reason?
Reason? I've got 50 good reasons for getting my hands on those two. We'll show them. Those people from across the border. We'll give them a taste of Samaritan hospitality.
Henry!
Yes, sir.
Get that man, Jethro. Arrest him. Take him away.
Yes, sir. Come along, Jethro. Come along.
Traitor! Traitor! Traitor!
Now, friends, listen to me. Listen. Yes, the Galileans are here. I have been talking to them. But they don't look like the high and mighty people that they lead you to believe that they are. Oh, as a matter of fact, two humbler-looking specimens you've never seen. Here, just look at them. And I can tell you this. They've done nothing wrong, I'm sure of it. So we should be very kind to them. We should let them leave here, huh? Yes, of course. Now then, you two, break up that nonsense and go free. Thank you, sir. If it hadn't been for you, receive your thanks to hear what I've got to say. You're free to go, but don't you ever come back. And don't be bringing that master of yours back here either. And one other thing, yes? From the moment you step foot outside my door, you will start in the direction of the border, but you won't just walk. You will run every single foot of the way to the border, huh? What do you think of that, huh? Well, you're free now. Son, what are we to do? Run, of course. Come on. Faster, James. There's no telling. Oh, stop being amused, huh? Stop being angry with us. This is very far to the town gate. I can see it now. Yes. We'll be safe until far beyond it. What was that? A tune. They're beginning to throw stones at us. Yes, sir. James. James. Here. Let me help you out. Better go on without me, James. Maybe risking your life in vain instead of fooling. Go on. Go on. No, James. Here. Let me help you out. We'll leave here together or not at all.
Peter, do you see any sign of them? It's hard to tell from this dusk. The shadows are too deep in the valley. Yes, I should have been back by now. Oh, Doris. What do you think's happened? I was the one for puzzling out things. You are. Well, I can make a reasonably correct guess. They left here early this morning. Not more than half a morning's journey to the town. You can see it from here. They should have been back when the sun was directly overhead. Yet they weren't. Surely it means trouble from the people down there. There's no danger we can see.
Food.
Yes?
Hey, do you see moving across the plains?
Well,
Up there. You can see?
yes. It looks like a man. It's a man carrying something. It is very heavy. He's almost standing as he looks. He looks like John.
Oh, yes. Not half out of range.
No, you could have left him in reserve to prepare. No, I can see now. What John's carrying? It's a man. A body.
Come, Thomas. Let's get to his down quickly. You may be helpful. Who came in? John. What happened? John. Hey, hope you can find him.
John, tell us. What happened?
What happened? What about the tugs? Okay.
Poor man. He can't speak now. Come, John. Come, we'll take you back to the camp. Well, Peter?
A little better.
You haven't spoken or moved?
No. The breathes more easily, more steadily. Another cold thought for his head.
Here, Peter.
Thank you, Thomas. Here.
John?
Well, John, it's been a long time. Time to hold still. You don't have to worry about that now, James. John's safe. You're both safe. Just lie there quietly.
I want to see John. Of course. I'll bring him here to you.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you.
In a moment.
James, tell me what happened. He received and treated us like criminals. He wanted to kill him. He did nothing. And he wanted to kill him.
James, you're awake. Thank God. Thank God that we have both. I don't know what I thought as I hurried away from there. I wanted to stop and let you rest. Understand it. You would go to it. I just kept going with you on my back. At the time, I thought... Yes, I thought you were dead.
John, now that you can talk about it, tell us what happened.
I will tell you. But not now. Why not, John? What difference can time make? Why can't we hear it now? Because this is something for all 12 of us to hear together. And consider and weigh carefully.
What is there to weigh? Just tell me, Dean, who did this? I'll get down there and we can pay for it. Just tell me.
Peter, you two, all of us can meet together and talk about it. Around the fire tonight, while the master is off alone praying.
All right. If you'd rather do it that way, then it. Round the fire. run. That pounding wasn't enough for them. It couldn't satisfy their hatred. They threw stones, and one of them hit me. You can figure yourself what it did to him. He fell. I picked him up. The rest you know.
John, it's hard to believe it.
You can doubt if you wish, Thomas, but I told it as it happened.
It doesn't make sense. Why should they attack two men so obviously friendly and harmless as you and Jane?
Oh, Thomas, you know John. You thought he would do anything to stir up trouble.
Of course he wouldn't. Do you mean to say it was sheer hatred unprovoked that made them attack two strangers?
Yes, Thomas, yes.
Such people are evil indeed.
I say we should not let this action go unanswered.
Should not.
Peter. No, John. You must move for a change. You're too gentle, that's the trouble. What they need is a lesson. A strong lesson. What they could not learn from friendship, they might learn from force.
Then, Peter,
Perhaps we'll not so far apart. What do you mean?
I've thought of this ever since it happened. I thought people so evil should surely be made to pay for their sins. Hating others merely because they come from another place or wear different clothes or speak a little differently. You kill a man for that?
Yet they almost killed James. The very same stone could have done it if it had struck him on the temple.
Exactly. They should be made to pay for this. But not by Peter or any of the others going down there. There's another way. A better way.
Peter. John said there was a better way. Well, John, we're waiting to hear.
The Master has performed many great and wonderful things in our presence. He has wrought cures, miracles. Has he not fed thousands from a handful of food?
Yes, John. Well,
Then he could do this.
do what? What do you mean?
Raise his hand and call upon the great power of God from above to strike and destroy that evil Samaritan village. But
John.
he could strike it down with fire as Sodom was struck, and Gomorrah, too.
Yes, he could do that.
Then, if you will agree with me, I shall ask him.
They have ended by their hatred.
They tried to kill James.
Well, brothers, what shall it be? Is it agreed?
Yes, John.
Then it's settled. James and I shall ask the Master when he returns.
John. James.
Yes, Thomas?
There. I can see him. He's coming back to the camp.
Yes. There in the moonlight. I see him, too.
Then now is the time.
Yes. Come, brothers. All of us. We're all agreed. Then let us all go to meet him and ask him.
Yes, John.
Come.
Now is the time.
James, you now step forward. We are the ones most concerned. I'm ready. Good. Master, we've been waiting for you to return. For we have urgent need to speak to you. Master, James and I, we've faced a great ordeal today. Our very lives were in danger. James, there's the wound. You can see. See, Master. We've only to look at him in the face. Here. Evil people set upon us, mocked us, laughed at us, and drove us from their town. They even tried to kill us. Master, such people deserve to be punished. Yes, Master, for they have blood on their hands, as surely as if they had killed. It was John who saved my life, but for him I would have died. And so, you 12 have talked about it, and we've come to a decision. We come now, Master, to ask you to do one of your miraculous works. If you say the word to us, then we shall command fire to come down from the heavens and destroy that evil village and all its evil people. Only say the word, Master.
Master, you rebuke John. Why?
No. No. The master is right. Master, the fault is mine. I should have known what you would say. Forgive us for what we've asked. Forgive me. For I'm ashamed. Ashamed, Master.
John, wait. Wait for me.
John, Peter, how could I have done it? How? That is no excuse for me. You seem to be carrying the guilt for all of us. I'm the guilty one. The Master taught us to forgive. But when we were hurt, the first thing I did was to forget his teaching of forgiveness and brotherhood. How like the Master is to choose to exercise his power out of hatred, or to choose the word forgiveness, love. I will never be able to face him again, Peter. Never. You will. It was the elder of the Samaritan village who asked me, do you love them now? And I didn't. No, I feared them, hated them. We are only human, John. We're far from perfect. The Master knows that. That's why he's so patient with us. The true test of love for our fellow man is not how we act when we love, but when we're hated. Peter, if that village had been consumed by fire, it would have been another evidence to use to keep alive the hatred between us and the Samaritans. Exactly, John. The hatred feeds on hatred. If we truly wish to be his followers, then we must turn hatred to love. But that's the only way to bring along the hatred. Whether it's between individuals or people or nations. Believe me, Peter, next time I meet hatred, I will not seek revenge. I will remember his rebuke to us. His word. That God's word did not come to destroy men's lives, but to save them. Next week, on the same network at this time, we'll present another episode in the greatest story ever told from the greatest life ever lived.
you would like, let us start the day together in prayer by saying the Lord's Prayer as Jesus taught the disciples how to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you, and have a most blessed day.